Hi, Bruce the Blind Man Handyman. Today I'm going to show you how to make a brake line bubble flare. That's what's there. And how to reuse fittings. So that's a bubble flare, and this is a used fitting. Don't drill it from this end, because then you can cause damage. This is the end I always drill it from, and I always find that I never have any problems when I drill it from this end, except for I might break a drill bit off every blue moon. But at least I don't ruin the fitting. When I've drilled it the other way, I've ruined the fitting. So let's clamp it in. So I'm drilling the hole. This drill bit, if you can get one of the fittings out, get a drill bit that just slides in the hole. So this drill bit just slides in the hole. See, what happens is, see, usually this is the side it sticks on. This side here will usually pop out. So I drill on this end, and then I twist it and pushes it through. If I've drilled it down this way, I find I've drilled all the way down through before it'll come loose. But when I drill this way down, it cleans it up, pops it out, and takes it right out. Because this side's all inside and oily and stuff, so this side usually doesn't rust in. It's this side that usually rusts in. So that's how I get it out. So just a tip for you. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to clean the fitting up. How I clean the fitting up is I got a piece of brake line with the one end already flared. So I slide it on the line, then I put it on the grinder. So now the fitting looks nice and clean, I think. Feels nice and smooth. This here is a double bubble flare tool. What I'm feeling for is right here is the fractions, and this will say the size of the pipe to use, and this is the clamping mechanism here. So it wings out and clamps, and this here piece is for you to put it in the vise. Move it out here so it's over the bench. I have a piece of used line here I'm going to make into a line. So you want to use a pipe cutter. I got a pipe cutter here. When you're cutting it, and I'll cut another piece to show you what I'm talking about. It's really important. Don't use a hacksaw. It does a bad job. Okay. That isn't right. What am I doing wrong?
Putting the line in too far. There you go.
Okay. So it's not very tight yet. So just, you're better off going around. Go around like one revolution at least. And just tighten it a bit at a time. You don't want to squish the line. You want it to stay round. So it's going to take a couple of times to get it to cut, but you're going to have a nice cut then. away from the line. Works better if you got a longer piece to hold on to. There. You get a nice even cut. Because if you squish down your wheel too tight, it's going to be hard to hold on, especially a small piece. I could have bent it because the line is flexible. I could have bent it to make it easier for myself. So now you've got a nice new cut. And if it's bent, it slides over it anyway. But I mean, as long as you don't bend it too sharp. Okay. So we don't even need that piece right now. So with the double bubble flare, I might have the smallest line I'm baking. Now, this is the tool that does it all in one. Before I used to have to do it in a couple different steps, but now they've got a tool that does it all in one step, which is pretty cool. And if I were you, I would tighten this on, because I've had sometimes if you don't tighten this on when you take it backwards, then this gets stuck in there, and then you got to use a wrench to get it out and stuff. So just tighten this on tight before you even start. There's a little tool that comes with it. So just put it in there. Doesn't have to be crazily tight, but it's snug. And on this tool, there's a little spot right here, and that's the gauge. I don't have a clue what this hole is for, but I know this is a gauge for height. So you put it on there, it's rocking back and forth. Yeah, push it down. It's great for a blind fella. See, even a blind guy can do this one. Sorry, bad sense of humor sometimes. So it's a whole feel thing. So now that there, just double check it there. I usually do it so it rocks a little tiny bit. Okay, there we go. Now, a little trick with this part too, is because this here brake line is really close to this here. So what I do is I loosen this side off a little bit. And I'll keep tightening this side. So I've tightened that side, and because this is longer, you got more leverage. Let's double check this again. Yeah. So then you can just tighten this up with your fingers. You don't have to do any. Sometimes you can use this little tool here, put it in between, and just snug it. So you've got all that leverage there, and you don't have to. So this one here becomes tight, and you use this here as leverage. Now, the next thing you want to do is lubricate your tool. Just get out of the spray. So lubricate your tool so the thing moves good. It has to go underneath pressure, so it's good to have it lubricated. So, and another little tip, you get these little handles and they fall off. So I get a little O-ring and put it on there, right? Because otherwise it'll drive you crazy, because you'll be on working something, trying to make a line on the vehicle, and this will fall off, and you won't be able to. It'll be looking for it all the time. So put a little O-ring on the end of it. Yeah, because usually if you're working on stuff like this, you can get yourself a little O-ring kit, and there, it doesn't fall off. I was working on something earlier and it kept falling off, so. Put an O-ring on it. So now this has been lubricated. We're gonna just, whoops. Yeah, I think this tool is really awesome. I remember years ago when I did this, it was 2 tools you had to use. Go the right way. We're still in the right place. You're in the hole. We do. All good.
Right.
Okay, then we just tighten her down. I just lost my O-ring. Ha! You see where?
Rope between your feet.
Oh, figures.
I'll do it for you.
I got oil on it. It slid off that easy. Being overly zealous. Okay, just want to bring it down firm. You don't have to bend this rod or anything. Just tight. So let's pull it off and check it out. See, it turns it. Brings it. With the bubble flare, it's got this little piece there, so it'll go up and it forms up against that. And when, if you put the little bit of line too long in there, at least this little nipple that sticks out keeps the hole from closing up. So your hole, so that's what I find. Sometimes the tube will stick on that, and that's why it's really important to tighten that, because it gets stuck. And it's hard to tighten up after you've got it all together like that. So then we will loosen it. Now I gotta find my fitting. Nope, there you go. So there's a. You see where we clamped it in the jaws. There's a nice little fitting. So we got a nice, beautiful bubble flare. How's it look?
Good.
Okay, so that's a bubble flare. And I'm going to do a double flare for you.